were supposed to be asleep hours ago. That's okay. I've got you so that you can be a sleepy, sleepy, sleepy head like Kirby right here, right here. All right, so let's start by making the air around you sleepier, okay? So it would be very helpful if you closed your eyes. So close, 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 close. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Good, 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 good. All right, so I've got this lavender heating pad that we're going to use to help you get sleepier. But first, I also have this cologne right here that smells like a fireplace that we're going to use in order to make it so the air around you gets you nice and tired. And with every single breath that you take, you get just a little more tired. All right, here we go. First, I have to prepare it. 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Okay, there we go. All right. Now, I'm going to take the lavender heating pad and place it over here for a secchi, okay? So, 1 sec. I have to prepare this as well so that it's nice and warm and makes you extra cozy, extra sleepy, extra comfortable. All right, here we go. Okay. You're doing great. You're doing great. You're doing great. All right. Now I'm going to pluck away some negative energy, some ick from the day, anything that's just not serving you, any sort of restless energy. We're gonna just get rid of that. Just gonna get rid of that. Good, 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 good. And then right there. Right there. There. Alright, and let me just take a look around here as well. Okay. And all the way to the other side. Let me just take a look. Take a look. Good. Alright, and let me just look on the top of your head. Okay. And under your chin. Okay, great. Alright. That's what I thought. Okay. Some of them put up a fight. Very good. All right. So I think that means I have to cut some of them off. So I'm just going to grab and 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 pull. Very good. Okay, let me just take a look around here. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a look here, make sure everything's okay. Good. Just gonna make sure it's all good. All right, okay. Now, I just need you to think of a number between 1 and 10, okay? Think of a number between 1 and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, can you tell me that number? Very good. Okay, and can you tell me of something that would be like super weird if it came in that amount of number? You know what I mean? Like, if, let's say you picked the number 5, legs on a human being 5 legs would be super weird, right? So things like that, what would be super weird if it came in the amount of the number that you picked? Okay, and can you tell me something that totally makes sense if there's the amount of the number that you picked? You get what I'm saying? For some reason, I cannot word this properly. For some reason. Very, very good. Okay. So, I just need you to listen closely. This is Sleepy Putty. Just a little something that's going to help your body feel more and more tired as the video goes along. It only works if you listen closely and carefully, though. Pay very, very, very close attention. Very, very, very close attention. Close attention. And I'm just going to grab your energy a little bit, just put it inside of the putty container. Just going to very good, and then I just need to, all right, and are you still with me? You paying attention? Okay. The only way that this works without you paying attention is if it already worked and you're knocked out. If it's already worked and you're asleep already. All right. Let's see. I ripped that clean. All right. Okay. Now, you won't get in trouble if your eyes are still open. It is helpful if you close them, but these are very fun visuals. So if your eyes still need a little bit more time to get tired, to get heavy, to get sleepy, then this is the perfect thing for them. because it's very, very, very pretty. And I'm just going to stretch this over your face, okay? And this is going to make your body more tired. Here we go. All right, and all right, that should do it. That's gonna help your muscles relax a bit so that you don't have so much tension. Okay. Now, I want you to think of any color at all. Okay. Now, I want you to tell me what the first two letters of the color you thought of are. And now, those two letters plus the first letter of your name. And I want you to tell me what that might be an acronym for. So for example, if I chose the color blue, that's BL. And then my name, L, so BLL. Baby little lizards is something it could stand for. Want to do another like that? All right, well, I just need you to think of, before we do that, I need you to think of something that you don't necessarily want to get rid of or forget entirely, but it would help you if you could just like tuck it away for a little, put it on the shelf, put a pin in that sort of vibe. I want you to think of something like that. And then I want you to either look or imagine it going into the putty container. All right, put her there. Very good. And I'm just going to close it in there. Okay, originally I was doing that for the triggers, but now it like literally won't close. Got it. All right, it is sealed. 1, 2, 3. Seal it with a kiss. All right. Okay. Now I want you to think of a food. Just think of a food. And now I want you to think of the last two letters of that food and the last letter of your name. So let's say I thought of pasta. So that's T-A. And then the last letter of my name would be A. So T-A-A could be totally amazing artichoke. That's so lame. I feel like there's a better one than that, but whatever. It doesn't matter. And it's okay if yours is quote unquote lame, because that probably means that your brain can't work much harder, and that's good because you're supposed to be falling asleep. All right, just listen to this. Listen carefully, listen closely. This is getting rid of any bad dreams that you might have tonight. We're just gonna trap them in here. They can't get to you. And I'm just going to and all right, very good. Now I'm just going to one, two, three, four, five. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1. All right. The room that I'm in is really, really hot. And that's because I took away some of the uncomfortable heat that might have been in your room, because apparently it's actually easier to sleep when you're a little cold, so that you can tuck under some blankets. Here is a metaphorical blanket. Here we go. I'm just making it. And all right. Now I want you to tell me of a place that is bigger than a house, but smaller than Europe. That's a lot of places. That's a lot of places. Okay, now I want you to tell me, name a dog breed. And if you can hear the dog that was barking outside, I want you to see if you can guess what breed that dog is. I don't actually know, so your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. Okay, now I want you to tell me a secret. And I'm not going to tell anyone, but I am going to write it in this notebook. I actually have this notebook to keep any secrets that you want to tell me, anything you want to confess, anything you want to get off your chest, anything you want to ramble about. Now is the time. You can start with a secret, or you could even just skip the secret and go into the ramble, okay? Whatever it is that you want to get off your chest, get it out of your mind, 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 get it out of your mind. Okay. Tell me more. Just let it all out. Let it all out. Let it all out. Good. Do you feel a little bit lighter after that? I hope so. I hope so. Just getting rid of a little bit more energy that you had. Just getting rid of a little bit more of that energy that you were carrying around. Some of that energy that wouldn't let you sleep. That wouldn't let you sleep. Just grabbing it. Grab. And then it just pops and disintegrates. Amazing. All right. I'm going to once again put the lavender heat pad on you because I feel like it's lavender heat pad time again. And that should make it so your breathing gets easier and lighter, and you just start to slowly drift off. All right. If you're still awake, I want you to tell me 3 things that would make you happy if you dreamt about them tonight. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Lavender heat pad time. Here we go. And very good. All right, now you don't have to move, you don't have to do any of this. I'm going to simply shake this heat pad, and it's going to be as if you're shaking out any excess energy, any restlessness that you might feel in your body. We're just gonna shake it out, okay? Okay, I'm going to now read you a bedtime story, except I'm just going to be using an I Spy book and making shit up, okay? So, if you're still awake, you get a little bedtime story from the I Spy fantasy book of picture riddles. Here we go. This book belongs to, and can you just mentally write your name here? All right, great. That is now written on there in invisible ink. Okay. So the story begins in a big city. Big metropolitan city. It's the early morning, and everyone is on their way to work or school. And the birds and the angels and the fish in the sky are all granting people their one wish for the day as they commute. But suddenly, there's a big crash. Somebody from the outside realm knocked over all of the building blocks that made up the city. Yikes. And so everyone went flying, just whoosh, and turned into different abstract shapes. And they flew so far that they ended up on Mars. And they decided, well, we'll just make our home here. And they built a castle. But, as you might be able to see if your eyes are still open, their castle came under siege. And a big sand dragon was leading the army against the new people of Mars. To clarify, there were no old people of Mars. The only things that were in Mars were the science labs that the people from our metropolitan city created in order to study Mars. And thank God they did, so they knew how to build some homes on there. But people got greedy. People started fighting. These guys had the bigger castle. And the little doopy-doo roofs. And that's what the big dragon army really wanted. That's what they were after, were the doopy-doo roofs. But one might have had a big dragon army, but the people who lived in the castle had a big dinosaur army of bugs and plants and pieces of wood. And so they went at it. They fought for so long that Mars got rings just like Saturn, because they were splashing sand and rocks and bugs so high that it reached space and started to orbit around the planet. And the creatures of the sea in the old planet they were on were like, hey, where'd everyone go? And since they couldn't find them, they built a model of the Earth so that they could remember the old times before the giant crash that sent people to Mars and had them fighting in an eternal war while the fish were chilling and created their model Earth. The end. Okay. And that was I Spy Fantasy, according to Luna Bloom. Okay. I hope that helped you fall asleep finally. I hope that helped. I hope that helped. And if it didn't, and you want more company, you can check out any one of these videos